Hello everyone and welcome, and in today's video I'm going to be seeing how many rare sprites you can get during Fortnite's Power Hours, and I filmed this during last weekend's Gummy and Gold Power Hour event, and let's just say I got a lot of rare sprites. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Game 1. It started off really good when we pulled the burnt peanut, and then he just instantly gave me the cold shoulder. Like, come on, peanut, what the heck? And we continued being successful with Cluster's Quest, getting us a gold boss sprite, but then a team of bots pulled up on me, and with the self-revives, it took me a lot longer than what I'd like to admit to finally deal with them all. And then I finished up the game 1 by pulling 2 extra gummies. So hey, pretty successful. And in total throughout this video, I have 17 games. And game 2 started off really quickly with us actually ending up making a friend. Now I did this just so that we didn't have any confrontation early on in a match, and look at there, bang! Gummy boss sprite. I actually didn't have this guy, so I immediately had to portable extract him out of here. And if you follow my short series, you know I can't pull anything from the vaults, but here, boom! We pulled 2 golds from a single vault. I can't believe our luck. And while in this bush, we pulled the Gummy water sprite, and you can actually see our friend from earlier flying by us, and we're just at a straight-up competition for the sprite chest with him. And my goodness, that fire sprite had a pearly white smile. And while in zone here finishing up my sprite run, I actually found some more gummies, and I get knocked while getting that sprite chest. Sadly though, I got eliminated early in game 3, and I was only able to pull 2 gummies in this match. Now, when we get into game 4, you might be asking yourself, Normal Crayon, why are you in the middle of zone with a gummy fish stick on your back? That is because I forgot to press record. I also pulled a Gold King sprite in this match, but you won't see that. Hopping right into game 5, this was probably the most normal match I had. I got some big pulls throughout it, but nothing really crazy or extra out of the ordinary until I pulled the gold fishy sprite, which is actually one I didn't have. And game 6 got really bad because I had Cluster's freaky self in my ear telling me how he's not done with me yet. Hey yo! And then, insult injury, I got the Gummy Duck sprite. Things got worse for this gold boss sprite because he fell and broke his legs, which is really tragic for him. That had to have hurt. That was a very long fall. And then we ended up finishing game 6 with a gold aura sprite. Game 7 started off crazy with the burnt peanut, and again he gave me the cold shoulder. Then I pulled this gummy water sprite, and when I got in the water I created too much wake and he fell flat on his face. I'm sorry, buddy. And then we just kind of picked up a couple more casual gummy pulls here. And we also ended up getting a gold demon sprite to finish off the game as well. Game 8, we started off in a vault, and it actually was pretty successful. Gummy King sprite. But unfortunately, this match entirely was just pretty bad, and we didn't get any crazy pulls, but I did unlock the Gummy Ghost sprite, so that was sick. Game 9 is actually the final game I played of this Power Hour, and I instantly pulled this gold fire sprite who paid no attention to me, just like the last woman I tried to impress. And then, boom, we pull the gold earth sprite right here, too. And then things got much worse for me in game 9 because I thought I was going to get crazy with the movement, but I just ended up smacking my head against the wall. And hey, another gummy water sprite. And with the last couple of pulls, we rounded out the first Power Hours with 2 Mythics, 16 Golds, and 19 Gummy Sprites. In game 10, starting off the second Power Hour of the weekend, we pulled the Gold Striker sprite quickly. Then we also, hey, got some ice cream. That's pretty cool. Then we continue on and have a horrible camera angle, but we pulled another gummy and another gold earth sprite. Hey, what's that in that bunker? Is that a leg? Oh yeah, that's a person right there. I'm glad he wasn't at his controller because we most definitely would not have made it out of that match. Game 11, we start off hot with the gold duck sprite, and then hey, vault time, gummy demon sprite, we'll take it. And there we go, we're getting back into fishing again, and we pull another gummy, which is just so crazy how good those legendary fishing spots are, because that was a legendary pull. And another fire sprite showed off his big smile, and the burnt peanut is still giving me the cold shoulder. Oh, come on, Peanut. It's just classless. And rounding out this match, we get one more gold ghost sprite. Going into game 12, we started off quickly with the fire sprite, and then we decided to play R6 with this person because both of us were lurking, and it was only a matter of time before one of us got the jump on the other, and thankfully, it was me. Then I pulled the gold punk sprite, and why couldn't it be the gummy one? I can never pull the gummy one. Also, this vault down here has a 100% chest spawn rate for the aura chest, and nobody ever goes down here. Like, about 90% of my matches, this place is untouched, which is just insane. And then, out of this aura chest, we pull a gold fire spray who bonks his head off the tree and then falls flat on his face. He most definitely just got CTE. And then we finished off the match in Cluster's bunker getting a gold demon sprite. In game 13, it was a straight out gold rush because that is all we could pull at the start. And I just wish we could have pulled the gummy punk sprite, but, you know, here we are. But again, we hop into this vault, another gold, and then finally, the gold is broken by a gummy fishy sprite. Then, unfortunately for this poor aura sprite, he bonks his head off the house before falling and breaking his legs. Hey, but this guy was new, and I added him to the collection, so I'm extremely happy about that. Then I pull the gold striker sprite, didn't even touch him, and he falls on his face trying to get me to get a red card. That's just tacky. And then in game 14, this person thought they could take my sprite loot run, and nah, that's not happening. Then I pulled the gold ghost sprite, and then coming through the roof was a gummy ghost sprite. I didn't realize at the time it was a cluster quest, and you could just see the confusion as I look all around trying to figure out where the heck this guy just came from and how he got there. I was so paranoid that I actually checked down the whole entire building just to make sure nobody was around and threw it at me. Hopping into game 15, though, we start out with another gummy aura sprite, which was a really cool pull. And then we got the gummy earth sprite, but sadly that was about all we got this match, just because for a total of 5 minutes I was having to hide in this corner because I accidentally rolled up on that team. In game 16, it was really short-lived, but we got a cool pull because we got our first Galaxy of the Power Hour, but sadly it's the least rare one because last Galaxy Power Hour I literally pulled 5 in one singular match. And finally, game 17 is here, the final game of the Power Hour. I pick up this harpoon gun, and look at this. 3 straight perfect fishes with the harpoon gun, getting 3 different gummy sprites. This is why I'm one of the best fishermen in Fortnite, and that's why they say the women want me and the fish fear me. And then, hey, look, we finally pulled the Burpina, and he didn't give me the cold shoulder. How shocking. And with that, that brings the end of our golden gummy sprite power hours, and we got 4 mythics, 38 golds, and 41 gummies, plus a galaxy. And with that being said, I think it's fairly obvious that the power hours are very, very good and are definitely worth playing. Now, I think it's important to note that if you are going to be playing these when it's just one bonus, to probably cut these numbers in half to probably have the most accurate results. But still, this is an insane amount of sprites to get in such a short amount of time, so if you're missing out on some sprites, definitely hop on and play those power hours. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, give it a like, comment, and share this video. Thank you all for watching. Bye.